Hello there everyone, Shippy here. Hope everyone out there is doing well and today back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game pocket ranked matches. In today's video, I'm finally getting around to trying out a deck that I've been wanting to try out for a while, and it is a Charizard X deck. Now, for this particular deck, it's not going to be really all that much different than a Charizard Y's deck that you would normally see, other than I've taken one Charizard Y out and put X in, so we're running one copy of Y and X. I think this might be the best way to play Charizard is by pairing up the two Megas together, but don't take my word for it. I'm not really 100% sure myself. This is just how I've opted to try. But if you're not familiar with Charizard X, its whole, I guess, gimmick, if you will, what makes it different from Charizard Y, is that for 3 energy, you do 100 damage, but if its health falls below 110 HP, then you do an additional 80 damage, making it hit for 180 for 3 energy. So you can get it online a little bit faster, even though it's not as strong as Charizard, Mega Charizard Y, and you don't have to discard any energy or take any damage to yourself to actually attack, even though you do have to fall under a certain percentage. But again, we're going to try this out and see how this works. And again, we're doing the traditional build of pairing it with Entei and Charmeleon to better search out our deck and add energy faster if we can draw into our Charizard line. But yeah, I probably did a terrible job of explaining what the deck is supposed to do and what we're trying to do here. But hopefully it made sense enough. But regardless, I'll have the entire deck list in the description of the video below if you want to try this deck out or simply improve upon it. Yeah, I think I've rambled on and said nonsense enough. Let's actually go into ranked and see if we can win a game or two. I'll be back when I find my first match. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we do have the good fortune of going second. We'll never complain about going second. Unfortunately, we don't start with Entei. It would be a little better if I saw Charmeleon in our hand, but I don't see that either. At the very least, we got a Pokeball, so we can move around if mill our deck out if we have to. Right, looks like we're going up against a Poison deck. Now, what have you paired Nihilego with? It's the real question here. Golbat. All right. Or maybe not necessarily Golbat. I think most people just run Zubat in this deck to get the poison damage going. All right, I don't know if it'd be better for this to be Entei or another Charmander. All right, it's going to be Entei. Well, I don't have Charmeleon just yet, so I wonder if it would be better to keep Charmander out. They do need an energy to switch, so we could... I think, yeah, we're going to roll the dice. Keep Charmander out. It probably would have been better to switch, but I want to see if I can luck into Charmeleon, because if I do, we have Mega Charizard X sitting here, and we can get that going. All right, so they can't leaf it out because they have played Professor Oak here. All right, but they've introduced Darkrai, which does complicate things a smidge. But who would they opt to put energy into? Will they take the chip damage on Charmander? They are going to opt to do that. All right, show me Charmeleon, please. And they're going to put a Poison Barb in the Nihilego. Further complicating matters here. Alright, I guess I could play Copycat, but I lose my Charizards, and there's no guarantee that I would get that back. Alright, we're going to bring Entei to the forefront. Put our energy into Entei. Use the Flame Patch so Entei can attack. I'm going to take out this Nihilego, even though we're going to get poisoned. But we can get rid of one problem. At a time, I guess. Now, was it wise to poison Entei? Don't know. But it was a decision we're going to live with here. And we get another Pokeball. So we can get our other Charmander or Entei. Really need... Actually, they are running Golbat. That is very bad. I don't know why I wouldn't think they would be running... Or not Golbat, excuse me, Crobat. I don't know why I wouldn't think they would run Crobat. I think usually when I run into this deck, most people just run the Zubat, not bother with the evolutionary line, because poison's really all they're concerned about. But they can't KO Entei here, which is something. Alright, hopefully we don't get Cyrus in, because it would complicate things to lose our Charmander. But they're going to put a Poison Barb into Crobat. Alright, Entei's going to take 30. Or 20. Never mind. I thought that did boosted Poison more than what I thought. Alright, let's mill our deck out some more. We get another Charmander. God, at this point, I feel like I'm going to have to play Copycat, because I cannot get Charmeleon. Yeah, I have to grip it and rip it here. We are on a race against time. And we still didn't get Charmeleon, and we lost both of our Charizards. Alright. Well, I'm guessing we have to kind of just concede this Entei here. Because we need to take the damage on Crobat. And I cannot get into Charmeleon to save my life. So we're probably not on a good start to win this. I also forgot to take into account that they're going to put an energy into Darkrai and snipe Entei here. I probably overvalued the damage, but if I can get absurdly lucky, there is a path to victory here. I just need a lot of stuff to line up for me. If I can somehow get 2 Charmeleons and a Flame Badge, this becomes doable, because I can KO this Crobat. Now that is asking a whole lot of RNG here. But if one of these can be one of the things I need, that would make things a lot better, and it's Charizard. Alright. Alright, what would give me better odds? Well, no, I have to do Copycat, because I gotta... gotta luck out and hope I see 2 Charmeleons and 1 Flame Badge, and it's not going to be what I need. Alright, well, we lost. Unfortunately, luck was not on my side in this first one, and we could not draw into what we needed. Very, very unfortunate. I still haven't gotten Charmeleon. And they've drawn through their whole deck. Yep, luck was just flat out not on my side on this one. Well, we are going to lose 2 poison, unfortunately. Hopefully in the next one, we can actually draw into what we need and it kind of in a little bit of a better order and actually draw Charmeleon, which I'm not sure if it exists or not. But maybe we can get a bit lucky in the next one. But good game to this opponent. I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like we found our next opponent here, and we get the good fortune of going second again, though it didn't really help me very much the last go around. But this time we have a much better hand here, as we don't have to waste a turn swapping Charmander for Entei. It looks like we're going up against Gardevoir now. Let's see if we can actually get some drawing power and get what we need going online much earlier than what we did last time. Well, actually, we didn't get anything going in the last game, so there's not much to really improve upon. Everything's up from here. All right, well, this will give us 2 Charmanders. So this should mill our deck out pretty decently. So hopefully my luck can't be severely terrible twice, but it is me, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Hey, there's Charmeleon. You do exist, buddy. Alright, already just an infinitely better start than what we had. And they are playing Mega Gardevoir. Not a shocker. And we get our other Charizard as well. Let's go ahead and evolve up. And let's do some damage to Gardevoir here. And we get another Charmeleon, which I probably should hold on to get Mega Charizard up. Alright, thank God that was Tails. Alright, they don't have anything on their bench to put energy into, thankfully, so not much to worry about on that front. Alright, we're gonna evolve into Mega Charizard X. Put energy into it. We are not going to put evolve our other Charmander just yet, so we can get the energy acceleration onto Entei. Or maybe I should have, because we lucked into a flame patch here, because we didn't have that in our hand, which is why I just straight up attacked. All right, we lose Entei, but that was a concession I was willing to make. Let us get Charizard out here. All right, let's evolve with our Charmeleon. Or into our Charmeleon, I should say. Get energy into our Charizard. We'll save that flame badge because we don't need it. And we'll swing into 100. Now their Gardevoir is on its last legs here. And they do have a DD. Now they kind of have to swap here or they lose. But we do have a Cyrus, so we can just pull this Gardevoir back in. So yeah, they have to retreat here. And they do. But they cannot attack me. Which is also good. Let's go ahead and get this Charizard up for a little bit of an insurance policy. Get an energy into it. We'll put a Rocky Helmet into this Mega Charizard X just to build false hope, I guess. Right, we're going to tag Mega Gardevoir in, and they conceded. All right, well, we do manage to redeem ourselves in the second one and have just significantly better luck. And are actually able to get Mega Charizard X out. But who's to know, or who's to say if that will last another game? But hopefully it will. Alrighty, well, good game to that opponent. I'll be back when I find one more match. Alright, looks like I've potentially found my final opponent here. We got very good luck again going second. But we're going up against a water deck, so we'll see how this plays out. Is a Suicune coming my way? Entei, okay. What are you trying to build into? This is one of the few times where it's actually good to go first. Alright, Mega Gyarados maybe? Who knows? They've only drawn into their energy accelerators. Alright. Let's put a Rocky Helmet into our Entei. Just to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. And hopefully this nets me a Charmander. And indeed it does. Alright, well in this case we'll play Oak over Copycat since we got Charmeleon in our hand and I don't want to lose it. And we get another one and a Flame Patch. Alright, so not a bad deal here. And we get another Flame Patch. Alright. So hopefully we can get a Charmander soon. Or not Charmander, excuse me, one of our Charizards. So this is a Swampert deck. I don't know if I've seen one of those. So that just automatically gets rid of an energy? Discard a random energy from... Okay. So if your Pokemon has an ability, they can just do that. Alright. Well, let's get an energy into Entei. Evolve up into Charmeleon. We'll hold on to our Flame Patch for now, because we only have one energy to grab anyway. And we'll get rid of Mantike. Alright, not familiar with Swampert too much, so I don't know how much energy they need to attack. And that gives us another Pokeball. So hopefully on the next turn we can pull Charizard. Alright, we don't have to lose any more energy just yet. Actually, it wouldn't be bad to get Sabrina next turn. I'll settle for Mega Charizard, I suppose. Alright. Actually, give me another Charmander. Never mind. That's okay. Put energy into Entei. I'm not going to play Flame Patch. I thought about it. But we'll need 2 of them next turn to get Charizard going, so we'll just hold on to it. If we lose Entei, Swampert. And we get a Cyrus. Alright, now hopefully they don't draw their rare candy. Which is or Swampert. No, they have to evolve up the long way. Alright, so we just actually win here. That's okay too. Oh, well, I was gonna go. I was gonna wait and see if they were gonna go down swinging, but I guess not. Well, alrighty. Well, we did manage to go 3-1, so that's not too bad with the Mega Charizard, or 2-1, not 3-1. I'm making up shit now. With the Mega Charizard X deck, so not too bad. I don't know if it. I can't really say if it's better to run just 2 of Y or 2 of X, but I think this might be the best way to run it, just so if you're too hard up on energy, you can get Charizard X going. If they whittle down its energy too much, you can hit for pretty hard, though it's not as much as Mega Charizard Y, but still, I think it makes the deck a little bit better. It might be better to run some non-EX cards in it to play around Oricorio, which we thankfully didn't run into. That's why I was running the Rocky Helmet, just to whittle Oricorio down if we did kind of run into that wall there, but thankfully we didn't. But yeah, I think I've rambled on enough here. As always, I think I've already mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I will always have the deck list in the description of the video below should you want to try this deck out yourself or simply improve upon it, or feel free to leave me any interesting deck ideas for how to run Mega Charizard X. If I have the cards, I will give it a shot. But yeah, if you made this far in the video, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you feel like it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.